Next up is Grace Harvey, one of our own. Grace is a third-year creative writing student, QUT Lit Salon's co-president for 2022, and Brisbane-based fiction writer. Her work can be found at ScratchThat, Glass Magazine, and most places online at Grace Harvey Writes. Please welcome Grace with her short fiction piece, We Never Remembered Their Names.
If I fuck this up, it's because I don't have my glasses, okay? Alrighty. The girls began drowning in June. By summer, there was 12 of them. 12 moon-faced Ophelias, their hair shades of chocolate and corn silk, eyelashes grazing the tops of freckled and sunburnt cheeks. Youth evident in the bird-bone fragility of their wrists and ankles, the lingering baby-faced roundness of their features. All of them wading barefoot into murky lake water and slipping away. We spent the long half year keeping our daughters inside so they might not wander down to the water and join them. We would sit in the gaping light of our televisions every evening and watch the news bulletin. Stare at the cycling collection of their identical porcelain doll faces, listening eagerly to grim-voiced reporters and teary-eyed mothers, pleas for a safe return. When the ads rolled, we leaned back in our chairs and muttered to each other, "What a shame, poor girls, terrible business." On Sunday mornings, we'd pray a minute longer for each new girl, all our eyes on their families crowded into the front pews, their pictures framed and glinting on the lectern. Afterwards, the congregation would file past and press warm, comforting palms to shoulders and cheeks. We left casseroles and flowers on front porch steps and tried to convince ourselves we were helping. Turned a blind eye when the offerings were left to the weather. Went rotten. When we all whispered hands over mouth so as not to be heard, we called them good girls, kind girls. Everyone had a story of their gentle gestures and warm smiles. Memories of fleeting grocery store encounters became precious and plentiful. And when they found used condoms, marijuana, panties that weren't their own in the backs of cars and the depths of purses, we all turned the other cheek and kept our speculation private, dining table discussions behind closed doors. Still gazing at their smiling cherubim portraits and gauzy white debutante photos, assuring ourselves again that they were good, kind. Months wore on without any real news. We hosted fundraisers on courtyard lawns and vigils by the lake edge, all of us wary of the water. We all tried to pretend we weren't losing interest at first, becoming exhausted by their faces, slowly forgetting their names. But when their families stopped attending Sunday service, we barely noticed. And when they packed up and moved away, their houses sat vacant and hollow-eyed for months. As quickly as they had enraptured us, the girls became solitary ghosts in our white suburban memories, lingering myths. And when, eventually, they dredged them up from the sediment, bloated and dull, we all looked away. We never remembered their names.